Howdy, y'all. By the way, yes, I do wash this jacket. It's just I don't want to be sleeveless when I record sometimes. I'd like to cover up and not feel cold. So, yeah, I'm wearing a jacket. Leave me alone. So what are we going to talk about today? There's nothing to talk about. NASCAR season's over, and I'll see you in 3 months. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, take care.
And cereal, milk and cereal, cereal and milk, cereal and milk.
No, apparently there's a lot you guys want to talk, man. You guys want to talk. We're going to go on Twitter here in a second because, wow, I expected outrage. I genuinely did. I didn't expect this level. And it's not even the algorithm. It's not the Twitter algorithm that's showing me all the anger. No. I mean, I'm just looking via search bars and just the people that always talk about NASCAR every week. The numbers, the comments, the replies are through the roof on so many people. And you guys are pissed. Like, I have seen some anger that comes from the NASCAR fan base, but I'm actually quite happy to see that you guys are really angry about the format. Something that I've been talking about for as long as this channel has existed, and it's kind of nice to see that. I don't even got to say anything. I haven't had to tweet much, and yeah, just watch it all play out. I want to give a shout out to all the Patreon members who support the channel. You guys are the best thing, guys, for your support. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Check the links in the description down below. By the way, if you want to get some equipment for sim racing, we have an affiliate partnership with Moza Racing, the best sim racing company out there right now. So go check that out. And yeah, let's talk about this. First example, I would like for you to actually, guys, go read that article on the New York Times and The Athletic from Jeff Gluck. Yeah, even he's on it. NASCAR playoff system is broken. Joey Logano's win should be a tipping point. You guys should go ahead and read that. And he's won. I want to go to another. Let's go to Eric, the legend, the 6'7" legend that is Eric, and he's on it as well. And before we actually get to what Eric was saying, this was Gluck's poll. It was a two-part poll. It was if the race was good. I said yes. Okay, I already voted on this. I said yes because I genuinely thought the second half of that race was good. I wasn't viewing it as a championship race. I was viewing it as a normal race. And I thought Ryan Blaney running down Joey Logano was entertaining. So I voted yes. Only 41% of people voted yes. 58% of people voted no. And obviously that, in my opinion, is taking part that this was a championship race. So there's a lot of anger there. Then the playoff format. What is your preferred playoff format? This was crazy when I saw this. Only 16% out of 18,000 votes currently want the elimination format. That is amazing to me that it's only 16%. 45% for the original chase, which is 10 races, and 38% for a full season format. If you combine these two, 45 and 38, do your math, over 80% of NASCAR fans that voted on that poll do not want the elimination championship race format. And I would like to say I think Jeff should have probably not said elimination, because I think you can still have eliminations in a chase format, for example. This is the championship race format that I would like to call it. Since 2014, you have this championship race. It's yeah, it's just really frustrating. But back to what Eric said. This is something Eric said, what his idea of the format. He's been consistent. His opinion has always been that he doesn't want winning you're in. I was with him on that as well for a while. Again, willing to compromise. We're going to get to myself in a second. If you didn't watch the video from yesterday, I think most of you have, so you guys know what my format is. But he wants more playoff points for regular season results, whether that be winning a race gets you more playoff points, winning stages gets more playoff points, or just your points position. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, at the end of 26 races gets you more playoff points. And then his elimination format would end in a 3-race final round. So instead of one championship race, it'd be a 3-race final round. And so him and I agree on many things. The main thing is the championship race. And I think that is what we are all here to talk about. That is what has to go. I'm willing to compromise on so many things, but it seems like NASCAR fans, predominant NASCAR community members, personalities, they are done with this. And it's not just Eric and it's not just Jeff. It's so many people, 135 replies. I can just go all through these replies, and a lot of you have your own ideas and your own formats, but it's all through Twitter. It is everywhere. I mean, I literally just type in NASCAR and look, this is the first thing I see with 3,000 likes, guys. The first thing I see is, again, another, showcase of why this format is just not, showcasing. And just real quick, Larson 6 wins. And in my opinion, Larson's not even the rightful champion right now. He had a lot of crashes and a lot of DNFs, and he made mistakes in the playoffs. I would use Christopher Bell, honestly, as an example. But, it's just, it's endless. I mean, NASCAR's initial post, the graphic that Logano became 3-time champion, has over 1,300 replies, guys. 1,300 replies. And again, the main replies are just showcasing anger. They're showcasing frustration. I mean, look at this. It is very consistent in the anger. I mean, there's nothing. This is not me saying it. This is not trolls. This is not bots. This is as simple as it is. This is like, people just don't want this anymore. They do not want this system. They don't want a system that allows someone with 13 top 10s to win. And again, it has nothing to do with Joey Logano. That's the sad part about this, is that you guys have to be very careful with your criticisms, is that it has nothing to do with Joey Logano. It's just the system. And this is actually the perfect response right here. Thank you very much. We're not blaming Logano, but boy, this is a terrible look for stock car racing. That is what people are upset about. They're not upset with Logano. A lot of people are happy for Logano, and Logano is a deserved 3-time champion. He deserves it. And so I'm very happy for him. But NASCAR fans are, I'm telling you, man, you guys, it's very loud. Again, I'm just going to scroll through. You guys can pause the video if you want. I am just going to scroll through quite slowly. If it's not NASCAR NBC or not NASCAR themselves on their Twitter account, look at the most popular tweets that showcase up. I mean, I've just typed in NASCAR. I've not adjusted filters. I've not adjusted anything. This is how angry the community is. This is not a minority of people. And yes, social media is it caters towards negativity. Social media 100% does that. It does that with everything. As an Arsenal fan, trust me, we're struggling a little bit this season, and even the most positive Arsenal fans, their negative opinions get more popular. But there are no positive opinions on here. It is just simply look at this. You even bring politics into it. I mean, if you voted for Harris, I fully support you. If you voted for Trump, I fully support you. If you think the NASCAR playoffs are good, I hope you constantly feel like you have to sneeze, but you never can for the rest of your life. They even have people uniting. Not even politics. I mean, this is incredible. This is incredible. I've never seen anything like this. For every like on this post, I will tweet a NASCAR driver with fewer championships than Logano. Again, I will just scroll very slowly. You guys can read everything. Just if it's not a reporter or anything, by the way, shout out Martin Truex Jr., by the way. Happy retirement. I'm going to make a video on Martin Truex Jr. actually probably when I get back from Charlotte, so it's probably not going to be till next week. But I have a lot of opinions on Martin Truex Jr. I genuinely, spoiler alert for the video, I think Martin Truex Jr. is one of the most underrated race car drivers of all time. Genuinely, in my heart of hearts. I think if he entered a Hendrick or a Penske or a Gibbs from the start, I think his numbers would have been incredible. So that's just my opinion. And yeah, we're going to make that video a little bit later on. And yeah. Oh, there's me. Okay. So hi me. I put this today. And this is just a summary of what I said about yesterday. And it's very simple, guys. This is just my format, and I'm willing to compromise on it on multiple levels. So unlike Eric, I've actually made a change, and this is a change in my belief. Actually, I prefer to not have win in your end. I do prefer that. I prefer that your points gets you into the playoffs. However, I was thinking about it recently, and I was like, okay, NASCAR is not going to make too many changes. So what can we give NASCAR that would make them happy? Like, they want these, they want this constant push of winning races, right? If winning races is very important, and that should be what you are in NASCAR for. They don't want drivers and teams running for top 5s and top 10s. And so that's why we've gotten to this level. So I said, win and you're in stays. And that's my compromise. And I actually thought of a interesting way to make it even more intriguing. I wouldn't say better or, anything like that. I would just say it will be intriguing. Guys like Ty Gibbs, who didn't win a race this season, guys like Bubba Wallace, who didn't win a race this season, they were still fighting their way to get into the playoffs. And I think Ross Chastain as well was fighting to make it without a win. But why not just make it simple? Win a race and you are in. If you don't win a race, you are not in. It is as explaining it to the normal casual fan that knows nothing about NASCAR. That will be the easiest way to explain how you make the NASCAR playoffs. Hey, John, how do you make the NASCAR, playoffs? Can you explain this to me? I'm trying to get into NASCAR. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, sure, John. Or no, John's asked. Sure, Billy. Billy, let me explain this to you. So if you win a race in the first 26 races of the season, you are in the playoffs. That's it. Just win a race. And you're in the playoffs. That's it. Okay, it's very simple. We can move on now. So then we remove the 16 driver field. So no more 16 drivers. It's too much. There are not 16 teams that are capable of winning a championship. Just no. So just remove that. If you are win, you are in. If you don't win, you are out. And I think that will be very entertaining. And yes, it will still be fair because guys, the people that are have been strong all year long in the 26 races, they're gonna have won a race by then. All right. I'm sorry if there's the weird scenario where the guy that won the regular season championship didn't win a race. I mean, damn, I'll apologize, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. So just, it is what it is. You have to win stages and you have to win races. And if you win a race, you are in. There you go. And then you go to a chase-esque format, 10 race playoffs. You incentivize race wins more. So again, everything has stayed the same. Your bonus points, your stage wins, all that stays the same. 5 points in the regular season, 1 point playoff point for winning a stage. All that is the same. When you get to the 10 race chase, when you get to that stretch, then this is the moment where you got to perform, right? NASCAR pushes this idea that they want teams to perform at the right time. Okay, so we're going to rack them up. You carry all your playoff points. You keep all those heading into the chase. And then if you win a race in the chase, you get 10 bonus points. So not just 5, you get 10. We are doubling the reward for winning a race at the right time of the season. You had to win anyways to get into the playoffs. And now finishing first and finishing third, there's a big difference. There's now a massive difference in the two of that. So you are going to want to win races and win as many as you can and go for those wins. This also allows a situation where, let's say Kyle Larson wins the regular season championship and then DNFs in race number 1. Well, he's not out of it. You can just go ahead and, again, try to win race number 2 or race number 3, race number 4. And this entire time, you got to be consistent as well. You still got to get your stage points because stage points count towards your championship total. You still got to, get good finishes. Obviously, you can't win every race. So you need to make sure you finish in the top 5 and the top 10 while also still trying to win. At the end of the day, this format right here will grant a champion that is A, deserving, B, performed at the right time, and C, won races. That is what this is going to be about. And that's just my opinion on it. It gives NASCAR what they want in terms of you had to win races. It gives us what we want, the race fan, as in, I feel like there could be a situation where someone wins one race, is terrible in the points, then wins 7 in the chase. I don't know. Something crazy could happen, but the majority of the time, 95% of the time, someone that wins a championship in this format will have definitely deserved it. They would have definitely had to perform in every part of the season. In the regular season to win, over consistency in terms of stage wins and winning in the regular season in terms of gathering all the points you can. Regular season championship still gives you points as well. So again, all this comes to the point of, hey, whoever has the most points wins, and it will be a deserving champion. It's a balance. We have this issue right now that we have two sides of the spectrum. And in 2003, we were on one side with a full season long championship format. And in 2014, we went to all the way on the other side of just absolute garbage with the championship race and all that. After 2014 and 2015, we kind of moved a little bit back forward, like right here, like, okay, let's reward regular season championships and stuff like that, and more, and the playoff points carry over and stuff like that. But we're still too far. We are too far apart. We have to find a way to get to the middle. We got to find a way where we have a balance. And to have a balance, you got to have compromise. And that means that NASCAR has to compromise in terms of this championship race. It has to go. No more of it. We don't want it as race fans. I have shown you that you guys on social media are voicing your opinions. You don't want it. You do not want it. I don't want it. We don't want it. The teams don't want it. Drivers like Brad Keselowski, Carson Hocevar, who made a really funny satire comment on Gluck's post-race this morning. Chase Elliott doesn't want this format. He just says it's the format that we're in, but he doesn't want it. Denny Hamlin, they don't want this. And so hopefully NASCAR can compromise and be like, okay, we will sacrifice that. But as NASCAR, we want certain things as well. We still want entertainment. We still want drama. We still want race wins to matter. Okay, I give you this format. I give you a format where I'm actually incentivizing more winning you're in. Like, genuinely, the only way to make the playoffs is you have to win. You can't even point your way in. You have to win a race. I've given you more of that while still having this points come out to be the end all, and that is how you win a championship. And like I said right there in that comment, to be clear, I don't want winning you're in, but I know that NASCAR do, and I'm willing to make that compromise, and let's do it. So that's my format. And again, I am willing to make adjustments to it. Do you guys want eliminations? Sure. If you want it, I don't mind. If you want to make little cutoff lines after 3 races, we eliminate whoever is last in points. If you want to do that, I don't mind. It is what it is. But I don't think eliminations are necessary. And the reason why is because eliminations can cause race manipulation. When you know you need a certain amount of points to advance, then you can have issues where the teams take matters in their own hands and you get those race manipulation aspects. And we have mini seasons in terms of Bristol and Talladega and whatever the elimination races are. You know what you need, and you can cause these things, like Kevin Harvick purposely wrecking the field in 2015, and what we saw obviously at Martinsville this season. And Ryan Newman destroying Kyle Larson in the final corner to knock out Gordon in 2014, and Ross Chastain wall riding right to try to make it to the championship race and stuff like that. It will eliminate the just stupidity of all that chaos and all that race manipulation aspect, because we don't need eliminations, guys. The last race could be the elimination, and at that point almost everyone's already eliminated anyways. And then if you have, like, for example, 4 drivers heading into the final race that can still win, great, that's special. Right? So then the format will have done its job. It would have meant that maybe one year only 2 drivers, maybe one year someone is so good that you get to the final race and they've won 6 of the first 9 chase races and no one can catch them, then give them the championship. It's okay. It's okay. Give them the championship. It's not the end of the world. Like, you need to reward the sport. It is still a sport at the end of the day. You need to reward competitiveness. And so that is what this is for. And that is my format. And again, I'm willing to compromise on it. This was the season-long format. The NASCAR Whistle Cup Series account has been keeping track of this. And yeah, look, do you see Joey Logano's name there? Joey Logano's name is not there. Did Christopher Bell win a race? Yes. Did Chase Elliott win a race? Yes. Did William Byron win a race? Yes. Did Tyler Reddick win a race? Yes. Did Kyle Larson win a race? Yes. Did Ryan Blaney win a race? Yes. So there's your top 6 in points, right? That's why I believe having the format that I just said, where you have to win to be eligible for the playoffs. Well, look, all these guys that were anyways gathering the most points, how do you gather the most points in modern NASCAR? You have to run up front. You have to get stage points. You have to win stages. And when you put yourself in those positions, you will win races. And there you go. The top 6 all won. Chris Buescher was there, and he just missed out on winning a race, right? And that hurt him, right? Kansas, he lost out on winning. Darlington at the end, he lost out on winning a race. And that hurts, but that's the point. You got to put yourself in those positions to win. And if you don't win, then it is what it is. You're not in it. It's fine. All those guys won, but the champion's not even here. The champion, Joey Logano, is not even here. And that is what showcases that the format is broken. Joey Logano ended up being 592 points behind Christopher Bell. The format is broken. His average finish was 17.1. Ross Chastain was better. Bubba Wallace was better. I mean, this is where NASCAR has to truly come out and admit that the format that they implement is broken. We are not criticizing the drivers. We are not criticizing you, NASCAR. We just want you to come out and admit that the format is broken. And what I am seeing is that people are very upset. And again, Michael Waltrip, who is involved in NASCAR, for those of you saying Joey Logano doesn't deserve to be champion, I say, again, this is not the point. Michael, this is not the point. You are not listening to the right people. If people are attacking you, they're saying Joey Logano doesn't deserve it, don't listen to them. That's not the point. He won when it mattered most. Okay, we have formats for you where we can still reward that. We can still reward that. You just don't... Oh, God. The people within the sport, please listen. Please listen to the right people, the right arguments. We are not trying to say you guys are stupid. We are not trying to say you guys are wrong. It is as simple as the format is objectively, guys, it's broken. And we are trying to offer you solutions. So that way, at the end of the season, we can crown a champion where everyone is like, man, that's the champion. That's cool. And you restore value to your championship. And that should be really important, that the NASCAR Cup Series champion is looked at as the best. And right now, that's just not the case. Like, every time the champion is crowned, you truly do not know if they were the best that season. You just have no idea. And again, it doesn't take away from this. No one's criticizing this, you know? Like, I actually feel bad for Joey Logano. I feel bad that a moment like this is not being talked about. Doesn't that show that something's wrong? That this is not being talked about? This should be more important, right? And yet it's just all about formats. And I don't want to talk about formats. We literally even forgot about this. The pace car freaking crashed, man. The pace... This should be being talked about a lot more, but no, everyone's just talking about formats, and that's just objectively hilarious, by the way. That's actually spectacular that he managed to do that. Damn, Denny Hamlin catching strays. I'm just scrolling through, and wow.
He's just a hack. He's just an absolute hack.
Urinating Tree, very popular, makes amazing videos, and also a longtime NASCAR fan, and he is obviously very upset. So, yeah, 4.1 thousand likes. I mean, yeah. Average finish of NASCAR champions from 5th gear. Joey Logano is above 17. I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, again, I'm trying to be as reasonable as I can. I just want NASCAR to just admit that their format is broken and that they are willing to come to the table and listen. That's it. I'm not angry about it. I'm still going to watch next season. You know, like, it's not going to change. I just think there is an issue here. And hey, NASCAR has made some really good decisions. I like the Chicago street course. I like the fact they went and took a risk to do this street course race, and I think that's a success. I think overall, the next-gen car does have issues, but if you asked me right now, do I want the next-gen car or the Gen 6 car? Well, I definitely don't want my left rear tire getting cut down just by a little bit of contact. So you know what? I'll take the next-gen car. It does have its issues, right? We all know that. It is what it is. They could have done a little bit better job, but they're trying their best. Do I like Steve Phelps as a leader? Do I like the things that he says? Yeah, I think he does. He says and a lot of the right things, and he understands the kind of the heartbeat of the fan base. But this is the one area that they just don't address, and I don't know whether it's because they don't think it's real. I don't know. Like I'm not really understanding why they seem like they understand a lot of things. Safety. Safety on the car, safety in the sport. They are incredible with that kind of stuff. They do such a good job making sure that the drivers and the race teams are safe and everything going on. Why the ignorance? Why the stubbornness? What is the reason? Why are you guys so stubborn to not admit your faults? Why are you guys so stubborn to stick with a format that the majority of you that are at NASCAR didn't even come up with? The man that came up with this is no longer part of NASCAR. So why do you guys feel the need to stick with it? Why do you feel the need to not adjust it? Why do you feel the need to criticize your own race fans that are trying to speak to you, but you don't want to listen to them? I don't understand. I don't understand what's the gain of it. Your drivers, like I just said, Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Carson Hocevar, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell, all these guys, they have made remarks that they don't like what this format that they're racing in, but this is what they have to do. I don't get it. I don't get it why they don't want to listen. That's enough rambling for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, we're going to be live streaming tomorrow, by the way. It's going to be a charity stream. I'm going to give the details of that more on social media. But we will be live streaming tomorrow around 12 p.m. Eastern, maybe 11 a.m., but 12 p.m. in the early afternoon. We will be live streaming, and again, it's a charity stream. All donations will be going to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So, yeah, it's going to be basically every dollar that you donate will be a lap that I run on the track in a game or whatever on the stream. So that'll be tomorrow. Hopefully you guys come join along, and yeah, take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.